Yo yo yo, time to hear me talk about Naruto again, and this time I got a treat. You see, there's no shortage in cool jutsu in the Naruto verse, but one type of ability has always been a favorite of mine, and that is teleportation ninjutsu. The ability to teleport from one location to the other without the act of physically walking there. Pretty badass abilities, and some of the most effective jutsu that aren't strictly used in a combat setting. Like, if you were to pick an ability to have in real life, wouldn't you pick the Flying Thunder God over the Susanoo? In today's video, I'll go over every form of teleportation in Naruto in depth. Now strap your seatbelt and let's begin, shall we? Let's start off with debunking some misconceptions. The transportation technique, also known as the body flicker technique, is not actually teleportation, but just movement speed. Kishimoto used it to emphasize how fast a ninja can move. The idea is that you move so fast that it looks like you're teleporting. Now the anime doesn't make that very clear with how people just go whoop and they're gone, but let me explain to you how I at least measure speed in Naruto. If you see someone running or moving, they're not moving fast at all, because the fact that your eyeballs can perceive their movement, then how fast can they really be? If you were really fast, I wouldn't even see you. Hope you get my point. Just needed to get this out of the way. Now you might not know this, but the summoning technique is actually a type of teleportation jutsu, as in, you teleport an animal to your location. This jutsu works when a person signs a contract with a summoning animal, usually involving blood, and then he can summon that animal at any time, provided he has enough chakra. The animal also gets the ability to summon the person to its realm. Now it's the least applicable in terms of teleportation in comparison to the other entries on this list, since you can't freely teleport yourself elsewhere, but when Sasuke fought Deidara, he was able to use this jutsu and summon Manda, put it under his genjutsu, and have Manda teleport himself outside of the blast radius along with Sasuke, which was a pretty clever maneuver. Like I mentioned before though, it's the most limited teleportation technique on this list. Now this ability I actually already explained in my Legacy of the 4th Hokage video. Watch it after. The Flying Raijin, or the Flying Thunder God technique, is the jutsu that usually comes to mind when people think about teleportation jutsu. And it's as simple as this. You can teleport anywhere where the ceiling tag is placed. To be more detailed, the user is sucked into a dimensional void and teleported almost instantly to the location of the desired seal. Not only can you teleport yourself, but you can teleport people with you, and in Minato's case, teleport people to the ceiling tag without having to teleport yourself. Not just anyone can use this technique, of course. The 2nd and 4th Hokage are the only ones able to perform the jutsu individually. It seems to take a big chakra toll, as well as you need some high sensory skills to properly use this jutsu in order to sense which marking you need to teleport to. It's how Tobirama managed to take down Izuna Uchiha, Madara's younger brother, and how Minato managed to tag Obito. Question that comes to mind for me is why Tobirama wouldn't use this jutsu to escape the Ginkaku unit incident. Now it's implied that they were on a mission, so maybe you can imply that he was fatigued, but still, you'd think this would be the perfect time to use this ability. The next ability I want to discuss is a jutsu unique to Obito Uchiha's Mangekyo, and it's my personal favorite jutsu in the series, Kamui. With either of Obito's eyes, you can open a portal to the Kamui dimension, at the focal point of the user, of course. At first, it seemed like only Obito's right eye was capable of teleporting the user into the Kamui dimension. That is until Madara steals Kakashi's eye and uses it in that exact same manner, which I guess means that can be done by either eye. Obito is able to use this jutsu to teleport using the Kamui dimension as a medium. He of course has to materialize to do so, but that's a small handicap. He can also teleport any part of his body into the void in order to evade enemy attacks, which makes him seem intangible, though it seems like he can only do so for 5 minutes until he has to materialize, after which I believe it gets reset. This makes him one of the hardest characters to kill, because you can only damage him when he materializes. Conan had to use 800 billion continuous paper bombs that went locked off for 10 minutes straight and attack him constantly at the same time so that he doesn't materialize and evade into his dimension. Kakashi and even the 4th Hokage himself states that this jutsu surpasses the flying Raijin, as Obito doesn't need to place a seal, he can simply just teleport anywhere through Kamui. I also want to emphasize that when he faced Minato and got tagged, Obito was still just a kid, 14ish, and was probably nowhere near his prime per se. So who's to say how a more mature Obito that is more accustomed to his Mangekyo would have fared. His travel speed is also pretty impressive. He's able to reach Sasuke even faster than Zetsu, and Zetsu's travel speed at least is pretty impressive considering he moves through the ground. He's also able to catch up to Sasuke in like an instant after Sasuke's been traveling for God knows how long to get to the leaf. He's able to teleport people that make physical contact with him, or he can just suck them up into a portal. Kakashi's eye seems to be able to teleport people or objects at a distance by opening a portal near them, and he can also eject them out at any position he sees fit. Now I might make a video in the future talking about what a person with both of Obito's eyes would be able to, but if Obito's this broken with only one eye, I can't even imagine how much of a monster he'd be with both MS. I will say that when he and Kakashi used both eyes in sync, they were able to outspeed Ten Tails Madara going all out, the same guy that could casually blitz Minato. So I'd argue that the right eye's weakness, that being that it takes a while for him to teleport himself, ceases to become a handicap since he can teleport with double the speed when using both eyes. Now the one thing that could trump a Sharingan teleportation jutsu is a Rinnegan teleportation jutsu. Yup, Sasuke, once he awakened the 6 paths enhanced Rinnegan, gained the teleportation technique named Amino Tejikara. With that jutsu, Sasuke is able to teleport to any position he desires instantly by swapping his position into the position that he chooses. Sasuke can also swap himself with objects or other beings, which can come in handy if he's restrained. He can just swap with his opponent. He can also use this teleportation technique offensively by teleporting his enemy into the weapon of his choice. With that, he was able to stab Ten Tails Madara, who'd already proven to be faster than the speed of light. So it's telling of just how quickly this jutsu works. Sasuke can teleport instantly. Well, as long as the position that he's trying to teleport to is within range, of course. It seems like he needs to be at a certain distance from that position in order for the jutsu to take effect. Now it seems like as he got more seasoned with using the Rinnegan, Sasuke also became able to create portals with which he's able to travel through dimensions. But we're not given an explicit explanation anywhere. Now, if you didn't pick up on the trend, it seems like most of the space-time ninjutsu abilities are linked to the visual jutsu, and these dojutsus are theorized to have originated from the Rinne Sharingan, the third eye growing on Kaguya's forehead. Let me try this. The Yomotsu Hirasaka, or so it's called, is said to be the progenitor of all space-time ninjutsu. Kaguya is able to open rifts in the fabric of space and use these portals to instantly teleport anywhere she pleases. Using this ability, she was able to freely move throughout 6 different dimensions, and she was able to teleport the people in her surrounding along with her. What's more impressive is that she can open multiple portals and extend her arms through it to catch an enemy off guard and even dispose of them into a different dimension, and can also use it defensively to teleport an enemy's attack away. What's interesting is that Obito, when provided with the right supply of chakra, was able to synchronize his Kamui with Kaguya's ability, and he was able to teleport both himself and Sakura throughout Kaguya's 6 dimensions. But I guess if he can Kamui out of purgatory, then I shouldn't be surprised. And that's all the teleportation jutsu that I can think of. I believe that the other Otsutsuki clansmen probably possess some other space-time ninjutsu, but I didn't brush up on Boruto in a minute, and I just wanted to talk about Naruto characters in this video. If you guys want me to make a video about DMS Obito, Dual Mangekyo, please do let me know in the comments, but time's up it seems. You guys enjoy your summer and I'll catch you in the next vid.